Yo, what's poppin' YouTube, man? We're back, episode 2. Make sure you watch episode 1. That's going to be linked at the end of the video.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to start off with some sports. We did sports last time, but we're going to get more in depth. So, first question of the day is who do you have in Miami versus Celtics?
Miami and the Celtics.
And what game? Like
It's going to be tough. I think it's going to go to 6, but it'll probably be... I want to say Miami because I want Jimmy Butler to get another shot, but the Celtics probably be a better matchup for
I respect
the Warriors because the Warriors end up.
All right. So then, with that being followed up, we're gonna do Warriors versus Dallas. Who do you have?
Warriors, of course.
Warriors. Okay.
Yeah, no question about it.
Me personally, I'm gonna say Miami in 7 because I think
In 7?
I'm gonna think Jason Tatum's gonna really drag on that series
I can see it.
for the Celts, and I'm gonna take Warriors in 6.
Oh, you're gonna say 4? Get out of here with the sweep.
No, not 4. If it's 4, I mean it's gonna be better.
I think Luka will win more.
So, with the teams advancing that we've chosen, who do you have for the finals and who's gonna win?
It'll be Miami and the Warriors,
Miami
end
and
up
the
winning.
Warriors.
Warriors and probably.
Okay.
It'll be
okay.
5 or 6. It definitely won't go to 7. But yeah, who do you have?
I think I'm gonna say Miami and Warriors. And I think I'm gonna say Warriors in probably 6 as well.
Yeah.
Because I mean I got a lot of respect for Jimmy Butler, and I think Kyle Lowry, if they do win the series, he'll probably be back by the time then, so he'll be beneficial at the floor general point guard position.
Yeah, but he can't guard Steph. That's his issue. If they had,
That's
if
why
Miami had a big point guard.
Well, I think if you put Jimmy Butler on Steph, and then you would have
Who's guarding Clay?
Duncan Robinson.
No, absolutely not.
I think Duncan Robinson
guarding Clay.
I think that'd work.
He doesn't even play defense. Duncan Robinson can shoot threes. He can match Clay somewhat on the offensive end, but not. And he doesn't even play that much.
They should play him though.
Yeah, he is a bucket.
All right. So that being said, when did you start playing basketball? Both of us started when we basically had a memory.
Yeah, we started.
We both started when we didn't even have a memory.
I don't even remember honestly first playing ball. It's in our blood. Our dad grew up playing it. Ma loves basketball.
Played on the mini hoop, the real hoop, any type of hoop really. I think.
Wonderland.
Chain,
it was always
chain
the first
net,
game
double rim,
yeah,
no net, which is like the worst because you can't even tell if it goes in.
No net, yeah.
So
I'd rather play double rim than no net.
Have you traveled for basketball, and if so, where have you gone?
Have I traveled for? Yeah.
So
we grew up playing the AAU circuit, so we traveled to where we
Portland,
Wazoo.
Beaverton.
Went to Wazoo, so everywhere in Oregon is
pretty
out
much
of the
everywhere
question,
in Oregon.
Yeah, then we went to Wazoo, so like Spokane, Olympia, Vancouver, things like that, and then California. We've gone to like Sacramento, and LA, and then we've been to Idaho for a couple tournaments. And
we played a tournament in Florida too.
We played a tournament.
We did play a tournament in Florida.
What's funny about that one is that we actually didn't even want to, like, we weren't going there to play a tournament. We actually went there on vacay, away from the AAU circuit.
It was a long time ago though.
Yeah, it was like probably 2015 or something like that. And
I think it was earlier than that.
I don't know, but yeah.
I was still like 10 years old maybe or something.
Yeah, and then we went to one of our resorts in Florida, and they were like, "Yeah, we're having a basketball like tournament or whatever." We ended up winning it. It was hilarious. We played people from New York, all over the place. The farthest I've been is obviously Australia, which is 17 hours away, and that was awesome. But, and what about you?
Farthest I've gone, at least that I can remember, was Washington.
Washington.
Played a couple tournaments there for
Cali,
a league called Future. Met a couple of guys, still in contact with a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool guys, down to earth.
Yeah.
And I just saw one yesterday at my Avid ceremony, and it was pretty cool. We were just cheering each other on.
Yeah.
So we're moving on. Next category is going to be top 3. And since we're kind of still on the verge of sports here, we're going to go top 3 sports players, and that's going to be just anybody that has ever played a sport.
All-time number one's MJ. No question about it. That's a given. He's the
I
all-time.
mean, I see it, yeah.
I don't want to hear anybody
That's
else
probably
say
my
that.
number 1, too, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
That better be everybody's number 1.
I'm not going to be biased.
For basketball, at least. Definitely not LeBron. I think KD is better than LeBron. Come at me in the comments if you think differently, but KD's 7 feet tall, can shoot the 3. So I'll go MJ, KD, or MJ, Kobe, KD. Yeah. What about you, man?
I'm gonna go MJ at number 1 for so many different reasons. It's pretty obvious. Then I'm gonna go Kobe for second, and I think third. I'll just do Steph.
Steph third all time.
Yeah.
I mean, you could offensively,
I think.
but
Yeah. He's in. Yeah.
okay. That's
On
bold.
from top 3 sports players, we're gonna go top 3 movies. This is all time. This is series or whatever. Just give me your top 3 movies. Doesn't
Not
matter.
serious. Oh yeah, the Transformers series would be number 1. I could watch any of them. So those all come in. Number 2 would probably be. I like the Taken series a lot. Number 3 would be 300.
My top 3 movies. I'm gonna go Star Wars, and if you really want to be specific, Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah, Star Wars.
Transformers. Yeah, why not? Probably Dark of the Moon because I think Ironhide. I think he gets shot down in that one, which is really tragic. Number 3, I'm going to go Lord of the Rings because I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings. So with that being said, we're going to top 3 sweets. So dessert, candy, anything that has sugar.
Ice cream because it's universal. You could add a ton of different toppings. Number 2 would probably be Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces.
Okay, yeah.
And then
Not a big fan of those.
Number 3 would be the yellow cake. Yellow cake with fudge frostings. Phenomenal.
Wow.
It's phenomenal.
Wow, that's a top 3 list for you.
That's phenomenal.
Wow, make sure you... We're going number 1, dark chocolate brownies.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I get the Betty Crocker ones from Winco, so I'm going to go with those. But really, any brownie is pretty much good. Number 2, I'm going to go with ice cream cake for so many different reasons. Every birthday, I'm telling you right now, every birthday I've ever had, ice cream cake has always been what I've ordered.
Yeah.
Number 3, all-time favorite candy, which is sour Skittles. I actually have some downstairs that I've been eating, and they are absolutely phenomenal. That's my opinion.
That's his top 3. Comment who's top 3.
I think that's
What the
better.
heck?
Yeah, comment which one's better.
Absolutely
It's obviously mine, but
Absolutely
you might
not.
as well.
Number 1 would be enchiladas.
Burgers.
Mama's enchiladas. Number 2 would be.
Which is, wow, enchiladas.
Say something about Ma's enchiladas.
Enchiladas are good, but they're not that good.
Say
Trust
something
me.
about your mother's enchiladas.
Trust me. No, they're good. I'm not gonna discredit that, but
No.
I don't know if they're top 3.
Absolutely. Brisket. Brisket is really good. Brisket.
You ever had a
is
smoked
really good.
brisket?
We're all big on brisket. Me, my little bro, my older bro. We're all big on
Smoked brisket. Not
And
too
then
salty though.
Number
You don't
3
want
would
too
probably
salty.
be like. We love chicken, but I'd say ribs because ribs are good. We don't have them. We probably have them like twice a year.
I'm gonna go number 1 with pizza just because it's pretty universal, and I like a pepperoni or an all meat. Tacos, yeah.
He's obsessed.
Number 2 is gonna be tacos. There's nothing better than a good
He eats
fresh.
them all the time.
There's nothing better than a fresh taco with cilantro and don't even get me started. I can go on. Number 3, I think the spot for number 3. I'll say nachos because it's pretty much like a taco. I mean, because when you have a taco, you can do nachos if you want, as long as you have the right chips. So me, I'm a Tostitos kind of guy. So hit a lime, hit a jalapeno.
I don't even know where those are at anymore.
Which ones?
The hit a jalapeno. I see lime.
Oh yeah, I don't know where those are.
Though.
But top 3 board games.
I don't really like Monopoly because it's too long.
Wow.
And when I play with my brothers, they cheat and they team up. Ask them about
cheating
last
is winning,
one.
guys.
No,
Cheating is winning.
Absolutely not. Don't live by that.
Cheating is
Please
winning,
do not live
apparently.
by that. But yeah, they always team up and try to cheat. And then our older brother, he has a wife, and they always team up against
They
us.
do team up, though. I will say that. Yeah.
And then he'll join them, and it'll
No.
be like 3-on-1.
No.
And my mom will lead. My
Every
dad
man
will
for
lead,
themselves.
And it'll just be 3-on-1 against me.
Every man for themselves.
But I don't like Monopoly at all. So, but I would say Clue. Clue's a really good game.
Clue's pretty good.
I don't know if you guys have played Clue. Get the Simpsons version or the Scooby-Doo version. I like Jenga a lot. Jenga's really cool. The Yard Jenga is lit.
I
If you guys
guess.
have ever played Yard Jenga. Number 3 would probably be Battleship. I like Battleship.
Oh, that's a terrible game.
That's a throwback. I grew up
terrible
on
game.
Battleship.
So,
Big dog.
my top 3 board games, this is easy money.
I know.
We're going with Monopoly. Number 2 is Candyland. Yeah, I'll say Clue. Something like
Clue,
that. Especially, we recently got a new Clue, which was the Scooby-Doo one, and it's definitely a really fun Clue. Plus, I'm a Scooby-Doo fan, so it probably sounds biased.
Yeah. We have family game nights weekly, and we turn up at those. We'll try to get some film for those too, so you guys can check those out.
Definitely.
I think you guys will probably be a little alarmed though, because we are very competitive.
It's very competitive.
Yeah, it's almost like
They're usually on
People who
Saturday.
watch
They're
us.
usually on like Friday or Saturday nights because
Yeah, like when we have friends
people
over,
are off that day.
they're like, "You guys need to like relax. This is supposed to be fun, and it's fun for us when we make it
it's competitive. It's fun.
Yeah,
People lose, people win.
yeah. You're first or you're last. That's how it is in our family.
So we're gonna talk about the future. We're gonna start it off with number one. What is your dream job, and why is that your dream job?
Basketball trainer, of course.
Basketball trainer.
Yeah, so
Basketball trainer or personal trainer. I guess those kind of fall in the same
yeah,
category.
I'm studying pre-med and nutrition right now, and that's literally what all trainers need to know is how to give you workouts and how to properly feed you. So,
If you didn't see episode 1, GCU.
Lopes up. Lopes up. Yes.
So my dream job, it probably sounds pretty simple. I want to be the CEO of my own company.
Yes, sir.
So, the founder and all that. And I think that company would be something that involves business, and more specifically would probably be cybersecurity, or maybe like a branding company for, top streamers, top YouTubers, influencers, whatever you want to classify them.
So be in the electronics
So
world.
something that involves computers for sure, and definitely either cybersecurity or branding. So
Branding would be cool.
stuff like that.
That'd be really cool.
And the reason why I choose that is because I don't know, something about computers. They're complicated, but they don't seem as complicated, I guess, to the next person for me. And I've always loved technology. I like my phone. I wouldn't necessarily say I love my phone because you can do so much more on a computer. Technology is pretty easy for me, I guess. And I do have some books that I'm reading right now to help me with that too. So yeah, like recently, if you guys saw episode 1, I made my own YouTube channel. I'm figuring out how to edit, and it's a cool journey. I'm hoping that this video will have a lot more better edits. And I do have ideas.
Faster.
I have ideas for those too, so make sure you leave feedback too from episode 1 to episode 2.
Please.
What can you do, or what do you think you can do that right now that can help you for that job?
Well, in school, that's the biggest step for me because I got to learn about the human body and the digestive system and everything like that, and then all the processes and stuff. But number one would just be like, so I have a TikTok specifically for my basketball trainings and things like that, and I need to be more active on that. So, but it's always tough recording and speaking at the same time. So I'll definitely have to get a cameraman to do that for me. But yeah, that's the biggest thing is just diving right in. It takes a lot of people a long time. They're always like, yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur and things like that. And then they take forever to start.
Everybody wants to own their own business or work for themselves, though.
Yeah,
So
it's just a matter of if you want to start now or if you want to start in 5 years. And in 5 years, your other competition is going to be huge. So,
yeah,
but yeah, just diving right in and getting started is the biggest thing. And what you got?
reading those books, and honestly, like for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but the best way that I learn technology is literally just by playing around with it or messing around, however you want to classify it. Because for editing, I literally was just messing around, and I actually figured out how to edit somewhat pretty good. I guess just playing around with computers and stuff, and I got my first PC, and I love it. Playing games on it's cool and stuff, but it's also cool to learn how it's so much better than a laptop, I guess, because you can do more on a PC than a laptop. So yeah, top
true.
2 is just going to be the books and messing with technology. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, or if you want to go further, you can?
Definitely with a degree in sports medicine and nutrition. So double bachelor's and then obviously a doctorate for medicine. But yeah, so with that and then me starting my own training business. And hopefully 5 years is pushing it, but I want to own my own gym. 5 years, like I said, is pushing it because I'm in college now.
Those
But
some big goals right there, man.
I'd probably do like 10 years or 8 years, I'd own my own gym. A lot is going to start happening for this fam in the next couple years. So we're going to be moving quick and diving right in. Amen. But
So with me graduating high school in about 2-3 weeks,
I'm ready.
probably going to go to college for 2 years. I'm going to go somewhere local. I'm going to get a business degree. It's going to be a associate's. And from there, I'm either going to continue 2 extra years at college, or if I'm, not feeling it. It's not my cup of tea. I'm probably just gonna graduate with that associates, keep that. By the time 5 years has gone by, I want to have all my the certifications from the books.
Okay, yeah.
So the books give you this. You have to go to take a test, obviously, but once you pass the test with like 70% or higher, you get the certifications for those. So I want to have my degree in business, and then my 3 certifications because I'm reading 3 books right now. Because I met with the CEO over the summer, and he said all you need to read is these 3 books, and then I want to start getting an internship probably. Working for somewhere local or like Best Buy Geek Squad or something big or crazy would be maybe like
you can apply it.
Microsoft or Sony or something like that, because
Google or something.
Cybersecurity is a really growing
industry,
and so it's something that I want to do because I want something that's gonna stick around for ever, at least for my lifetime. So 7 to 10 years, 7 through 10. I want to eventually end up owning my own business with that degree, obviously, and kind of just start my own cybersecurity thing or branding. Obviously, I've read chapters 1 through 3, and it's all just been about like PCs and wiring and all that stuff. So the cybersecurity does help you with other things like editing and stuff like that. So,
yes, sir.
Kind of a hard-hitting question, but yeah.
No, that's real. See, and we're gonna keep it real with you guys always. You guys may watch this and be like, "That's a little excessive." Like, really, you guys think that you guys can do that? You'd be surprised. We're the type that'll just we drop our heads and we go.
Yeah, and we all have dreams and stuff, and obviously, you wish you could just snap your fingers and boom, I own my own cybersecurity thing. But
of course,
yeah, I mean, you gotta work for your things, and it might not be going your way, but you can't just give up. I plan on doing this, but I might
plans change.
I might meet someone or do something that takes me to a different path, but I'm successful in that. Be open. I would say, be open to other things too, because you might meet someone in your life for a reason, or do something, or I don't know, take a subject.
That's really all it is.
Take a subject in high school that you never thought you would, but then you end up loving it, and then that helps you do that. Or maybe even you do something for a couple years, and then somehow you loop back to what your original plan was, and then I don't know, man. Life's crazy, so just don't give up on your dreams and stuff, and make sure you have an open mind when it comes to people and other things like that.
Yeah, that's huge. It's just stay.
Anything else?
Yeah, just stay open minded. Because I'm in college. He's not there yet. He'll be there, and shoot, he graduates in like 2.5 weeks. Crazy. Little brother's all grown up now. Sad. Don't want to talk about it. But like I said, I'm in college. I'm a pre-med student. So within my first year, we took our first test at like the 3rd week of school. And after we came back from that test the next week, I went from 47 people in my anatomy class to I think it was 23.
Oh my God!
All those people just dropped it because of that first test. So that's why it's, even if you're in high school right now and you graduate, you can always go in the trades. You can always do this thing. It's always hammered in our heads that like you need a college degree to do certain things and things like that. If you're going into construction, go into a trade. If you want to go plumbing, go into a trade.
Don't feel obligated. I think that's pretty much what you're saying.
That degree is nice. It's awesome to get. But if you want to
if you want the degree, you should get it, but
if you want to be a plumber or an electrician, you don't need that degree.
Yeah,
you can go into the trades and you can get your certifications. You can get that while getting paid. So you might as well just do that, because in school, like I love school because it's kind of weird to say, but I study on like cadavers and things like that. So I'm actually doing it.
I have no idea what that even means.
Cadavers is passed on people.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
You learn something new.
Yeah, exactly.
You learn something new every day.
But see, so for becoming a doctor, you have to go to school. So that's the only reason why I went to school, because that's my profession that I wanted to end up obtaining. But don't get hung up. I know it gets beaten into our heads by our parents and things like that, and it's awesome because
teachers,
you do need to
counselors.
You do need to think in the future, but you also need to think, when I'm done with investing 4 years of my life and my money into this thing, is it gonna set me up for future success? Yeah. Like, just because you have a degree, a little degree that says, Bachelor's of Science in mechanical engineering, if you don't want to be a mechanical engineer, then you wasted all your time and money doing that. Because let's say you want to be a veterinarian and you studied mechanical engineering for all this time. Do what you're passionate about. Because I just seen, I don't know if you guys follow Gary Vee, but Gary Vee,
Probably.
he's like 40. And I think when he was like 22, he invested in, no, he's not 40, he's like 30. But he invested in Uber, Twitter, what he was doing. He's like a CEO or entrepreneur. And then I'm talking too much. But yeah, then he started investing and he was like, this is what I love.
These are the hard-hitting questions right
And
here.
he ended up
It's all good.
just like becoming a millionaire like that, which the money's great, but he always preaches that it's really just something that he loves. Investing is something that he loves. He doesn't do it for the money. The money is a plus for him.
Investing is also a good source of potential revenue too, though. But don't just invest in one. Invest a little bit in multiple.
We're talking about like
companies or just stocks and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You just invest a little bit here and there, and then if it starts working out, invest a little bit more, but don't go like crazy. Honestly, you could just learn stocks too, because maybe someone hires you to do stocks for them.
We didn't mean to preach, but that's how we are, because our parents.
It's a good question. I think it's a good question. What keeps you motivated to keep going forward?
Family, number one.
Family?
That's been beat into our heads since the day we were born. Family's number one. This is my little brother. I go to him for everything. If I need help, I know I can call him. I'll call my big brother first, because I wouldn't want to put him in any... He's young.
Harm's way?
Yeah, he's young. I wouldn't want to put him in harm's way or anything like that. So I would go to big bro first, but I know that he'd be right next to me in an instant. And he knows I got him like that too. But family is my number one drive, because growing up in our very tight-knit family, we have a big family. We have a really big family, but we always were taught to trust in our immediate family, the people who sleep under the same roof as us. Those are the people that have your back. And we have very different parents. Our parents are very different in the way that they taught us growing up. They taught us manners, respect, class, dignity, treat everybody with respect, no matter how they're dressed, no matter how they look, and do everything 100% and everything like that. So every time in the morning when I get up, you always used to make fun of me back in the day. Remember I used to have the sticky notes on the mirror?
I still think that's retarded. I don't do that.
I have sticky notes on my mirror. I don't do that. That's like attack the day. I always have quotes from Eric Thomas. Yeah.
Everybody,
he dogged me, but it's love.
Everybody has their own routine for getting up in the morning. And stuff. I don't really see the need for it, but again, everybody's different. We're not robots.
Yeah, it's whatever. So whatever works. Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
So that's the biggest thing for us. Is just, I'm not trying to answer for my brother, but I know he's gonna end up saying something similar to family, and it's really just we see all the time when we wake up and our ma's already at work, our dad's been at work already,
and then I'm getting ready for school.
Exactly.
He's getting ready for work.
Exactly. And it's crazy to think that the reason why we're doing what we want to do in our lives and chasing our goals
is for that future success.
Because we've talked about this all the time. We talk about with our older brother. We don't want to have our parents have to get up at 4 a.m. and go work.
Yeah, get ready for work and all that.
We don't want that. And then we don't want them to have to come home at 4 p.m. because that's a 12-hour day. Nobody wants to work a 12-hour day. We want to do that so that way they don't have to. And I think that's our biggest thing. It's funny, actually, speak of the devil, our pops is actually calling us right now. Oh, yeah. We like, you can't decline calls. We have to send a message, otherwise somebody will think something's wrong.
I'd say family. Yep. You can learn so many life skills and social skills in general. I'm just going to say that. Skills in general from your mom, your dad, even from your older brothers, who've experienced more things. I'm the youngest of my brothers. Is learning from your parents and older siblings' mistakes, but also learning from their successes and kind of finding the balance between both.
Yeah.
They're teaching you something, even though you may not see it because, you're so young. But then, like, when you get older, you reflect and you're like, man, I'm really glad my mom taught me how to cook eggs because I know how to make breakfast for myself. Yeah. I want to be successful in my own path. So I went out into the workforce. I went out to college. I grabbed that degree. I grabbed that raise, that $6,000 salary or whatever. And, I did that myself. But don't be, like, too selfish, obviously. But, take the victories when you can get them. So, so my drive personally, besides family, is going to be just that I guess that what would you say that was like the need for success personally, because the hunger, yeah. I want the hunger personally because like I'm about to graduate, and my parents and brothers helped me with that, but at the end of the day, I could have just slacked off and not done anything, but when I walk across that stage, man, I'm gonna feel proud because I went out, I woke up at 6:30 a.m. or whatever. I'm not gonna go through all the times for elementary, middle, and high, but I did the work personally. I mean, I'm not gonna be too selfish to say that they didn't help me, but at the end of the day, I still did it.
You had to turn it in.
And so just that drive to be successful.
Stay hungry, please. Stay hungry. Never be content.
But be humble too, though. I mean, don't like I said before. Don't be humble.
Stay grounded.
Think, but also make sure you thank those. It doesn't even have to be parents and stuff or brothers. It could be
anybody that you trust. Friends,
relatives,
cousins,
maybe some teacher that's made an impact on your life. I mean, parents, there's so much, but I think really when you get down, I think that's really what drives us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that's really what drives our family. I mean, you're pretty sure if you ask anybody in this family, they're probably going to give you pretty much the exact same answer.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, they might change the wording of it, obviously.
Well, our parents will say that.
Because, I mean, I changed the wording of his a little bit, but not too much. But, if you guys see the similarities between the brother connection there or something, the family connection.
Yeah, and we understand that some people don't have the type of family that we have.
Yeah, everybody's got different family, friends,
totally understand
relatives.
That, there's different levels, and some people don't have the parents that they can go to, or they have a single parent household, and ultimately, it's finding
yourself, I guess.
It's finding yourself. It's being self-dependent. And it's not saying like, oh, I have to depend on this other person. It's good to have dependable people around you, but it's self-dependency that is number one. Because at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself. Because when you're in your workforce and when he's a CEO of his company, it's his company. It's not ours.
Yeah, it's mine.
Whatever decision he makes, whatever investment he goes for, he's going to bear the brunt of that. So he's going to get the success that comes with the investment, or he's going to lose out on all that money or whatever it is. Lose out on the people because it's a bad investment. Hopefully he won't do that ever. But you're going to make good decisions and bad decisions in your life. What matters is how you come back from them. So again, going with the people...
I think that piggybacks off like episode 1. It's not about how you fall. It's about how you get back up and look through all the bad things to see the positive things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't get weighed down.
And then then you're satisfied with that goal for that that short amount of time, and then you're like, okay, well, so I'm working for a business now. How can I be the manager of that business? And then how can I be the CEO of that business? And then how can I be the CEO of maybe multiple businesses?
When I get a good grade in a class, that satisfies me. But that's like an appetizer.
Yeah, it gives me.
That's an appetizer though.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I smile when I get like an A or a B or.
That's an appetizer for
or like I do really good on a test that I honestly thought I would bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, I know for a fact everybody's been there. They're like, dude, I flunked this test, and then the guy next to you is the one that's super confident, and then he's the one that ended up with the bad grade, and you're like, dude, you shouldn't have been so confident.
But see, that's where
I think that's arrogance, though. To be honest.
That's arrogance.
Yeah, that's arrogance because confidence is different.
There's confidence, arrogance, and cockiness.
Yeah, because
you need to find.
You should always be confident in yourself and your decisions. I mean. It's okay to be influenced by others, but at the end of the day, you evaluate it. Is that going to be a good decision? Like you don't.
For me personally, for our lives. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean,
like just because you do something,
like you can drink alcohol, but you don't want to abuse it. You know what I mean? And your friend might be doing that, but then at that point, then you have the opportunity to help him or whoever your friend is, and trust your gut. Trust
Stay grounded. Be humble. Remember where you came from. Remember the day ones. People change up, which is sad. Family members change up.
But you're gonna grow too. So
yeah, like N said, getting his good grades and things like that on tests. like I said earlier, those are appetizers.
Stuff like that. Those.
Meaning that those are good.
Very
we
rewarding.
love it. We celebrate it for a little bit, and then we go like, oh, those mozzarella sticks were good. I wonder what the filet mignon tastes like. We get the filet mignon. I wonder what the brisket tastes like. The smoked brisket. I wonder what that tastes like.
I'm starting on brisket.
And then let's say you get a little nibble because you get like a B on your grade, and then the next test you get a C, and it goes farther, and you're like, okay, I gotta go back to the mozzarella sticks. Boom, I get some participation points. Okay, let's go back to the filet mignon. Let's go back to the beef brisket. Let's go back to this. Go this, and it's different levels. And then by the end of your life, hopefully you can say, I got the dessert, and I made it. Because at the end of each and every day, if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I gave my all today.
Yeah, I gave my all.
100%. I made somebody laugh. I made somebody smile. I affected somebody's life other than my own today. And I put myself in a better position for future success, which is what we always say when we look at each other in the mirror, or when he looks at himself in the mirror and he's like, I did it. Tomorrow's fresh though. Yesterday's victories I'm gonna take with me, but they're stored. They're not on the front of my mind because today's victories are on the front of my mind. So that's the last thing I'll say.
All right, man. So that's gonna conclude episode 2. Please like, share, comment, sub, and don't forget that thumbs up. See you guys.